Alright, look, I got some beef with NHL players because we got guys going into the playoffs with beards already, okay? And that's fucking stupid. That's fucking bullshit, okay? It defeats the whole purpose of the playoff beard. You shave and then you grow it during the playoffs so we can see the journey, okay? So we can see your struggles through the playoff rounds, okay? So that when you get to the finals, you have this big, beautiful masterpiece on your face that shows us what you've been through, okay? That's what we're looking for in your beards. We don't want to see it coming in. How the fuck do we know how far you've been? How do we know where you've gone if you show up with a beard already, man? That's fucking bullshit, okay? This is 2 weeks, okay? This is 2 weeks of growth. It's okay. It's not big, but it's going the distance, okay? I'm going all the way to the finals with this baby. It's going to change color. You're going to see the difference in color by the end of this thing, and that's my journey. That's how I show you what I've been through making these things, okay? You can't show up in the playoffs with a beard already. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, well now we're going to do the playoff round 2 previews. Well, they've done it. They've gone and beaten the Kings in a series many figured to be quite a toss-up, with the downright petulant ascension of the Golden Knights going against the championship pedigree of the Kings. The Golden Knights straight spanked the Kings. How did they do it? Marc-Andre Fleury posted a .972 save percentage. That's how. I've seen Flower at his best and at his worst, and let me tell you, he is capital K keyed in. Sharks are in for a fight, which they didn't quite get from Anaheim. The Sharks and Ducks each have core players over 30, but it looks like the Sharks' geriatrics can get it done better. And Jumbo Joe is getting closer to a return, and he's an old fogey you definitely want suiting up. Unlike the Kings, the Sharks are a relatively speedy team and could match up well against the Golden Knights. But since the universe has gone bananas over the last year, I'm going to say the Golden Knights take the Sharks to 7 games and slay their second California team this postseason. How many of you got drunk playing the red-faced Boudreaux game? There were plenty of opportunities because the Jets stomped the Wild. This was one of those series that wasn't very surprising because, hey, the better team won convincingly. They may not have swept the series like the Golden Knights and Sharks, but they were playing a team significantly better than the Ducks and Kings and still made it look easy. And now we get the buzzsaw series we all expected/wanted because the Preds have finally dispatched the Avalanche. Again, another unsurprising series, but maybe a little because it was expected this one would be more of a breeze than the Jets Wild was. Only the Avs took the Preds to 6 games, maybe exposing a little defensive sloppiness from the boys in Nashville. So it begs the question, if Nashville seemed to struggle a bit against a much inferior opponent, and the Jets more or less handled their own inferior, but much better than the Avs team, will the Jets handle the Preds? I originally had the Preds moving on, but I'm going to go with the flow and pick the Jets in 7, because a 7-game series between these teams would be awesome. The Tampa Bay Lightning only needed 5 games to dispatch of the Devils, and that pretty much feels right. Kucherov scored 10 points and Vasilevsky put up a .941 save percentage, so that's going to win you some games. When you have Dan Girardi on your team and your defense is still the deepest in the East, you're in a good spot. And now that New Jersey is gone, we can actually start paying attention to the Lightning's run, which has to come through Boston now. The Bruins went into the playoffs as the hottest team, but definitely stumbled against the Leafs. Boston dominated early but allowed Toronto to gain ground as the series went on, and that vaunted top line looked more and more tired. That'll happen when you're being double shifted regularly. And now that they have a bona fide contender to go through, you have to wonder how much gas is left in their tanks. I don't think there's enough to handle the potent Tampa Bay offense, so I say the Lightning take the series in 6. The hockey gods have seen fit to meddle with fate again and place these teams together in the second round for the 3rd straight year. The Caps' series record against the Pens is 1-9. The last time the Washington Capitals won a series against the Penguins was in 1994. Expectations are for it all to come spectacularly crashing down again in Washington. Never mind any talk about this is the year precisely because no one thinks it will be. Stop trying to make Caps win happen. It's not going to happen. This is the car wreck everyone is going to slow down and watch. This is the nature video of lions taking down a water buffalo. This is like watching YouTube videos of assist lancing. You know it's going to happen, but you can't will yourself to look away. Washington won the Metro in the regular season again? Washington struggled against a first-round opponent again? Is Crosby playing out of his mind again? 13 points already. There are people who will say this is the Caps' year, that finally, shed of high expectations and pressure, they can muster the will and strength to win. I say those people are fucking idiots. Pens and 6. I'm so mad about the Beards because I want to be up there with them, man. I want to be in that article that talks about all the playoff Beards.